Hi friends, stay tuned. Let me show you how to make tapioca starch from the comfort of your home. Tapioca starch is used as a thickener in many recipes and can be an alternative to cornstarch or potato starch. It can also be used for laundry. The only ingredient we need here is the cassava root, also known as yuca, and the scientific name for this root is Manihot esculenta. Our cassava has already been washed, so we proceed to cut into smaller pieces for easy peeling. So at this point, we peel our cassava by taking off the skin. As you can see, it is very easy to do that. So we peel all the cassava and set aside. Then we proceed to cut into smaller pieces to help our blender, just like this. We take out the rope in the middle and then we proceed to cut our cassava into smaller pieces for easy blending. If it's your first time stopping by here, you are most welcome. Hit the subscribe button below to join this beautiful family. So once we are done cutting, we transfer the cassava into a bowl of water and we give it a good rinse. The cassava is ready for blending. Let's proceed to blend the cassava. You could grate as well, but I prefer blending. So after blending, we transfer into a bigger vessel and then we add in water and mix. And then using a cheesecloth, we proceed to squeeze out the liquid from the cassava pulp, just like this. So we pour in a little quantity at a time and we press out the liquid. We do this process repeatedly till we are able to squeeze all the cassava pulp. We are done squeezing and this is the juice we got from the cassava. And this is the chaff. We are not throwing this away because it is equally useful. A local Cameroonian snack called Accra banana is made from this. So at this point, we cover the cassava juice and set aside for at least 3 hours for the starch to settle under. And after 3 hours, we check on it, and as you can see, the starch has settled under. So at this point, we pour out the water. You need to be fast in pouring so that you don't pour out some of the starch. So we discard this water and using a paper towel, we gently tap on top of the starch to take out any excess water. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, and equally turn on the notification bell so that you won't be left out whenever I post such amazing videos. See how wet the paper towel has become. There was actually water left on top, so it has helped to take out the remaining water. So at this point, the starch is very soft. We need to leave it like this overnight so that it hardens up and eases the drying process. So this is the following morning and we check on our cassava starch. So at this point, using a fork, we gently scrape off the cassava starch. As you can see, it is very hard at this point and the drying process will really be easier. Look at how it looks. Just a little moisture left in the starch. So we scrape off everything from the bucket and onto a tray we transfer the starch. We then scatter and spread the starch all over the tray so that it gets dry easily. If you have watched up to this point, I want to take this time to appreciate you. Thanks so much for the support. Stay tuned for more amazing recipes. So, after spreading out the cassava on the tray, we then proceed to cover it with a light cloth so that dust particles or flies will not settle on top while drying because we are sun drying. You can easily use a dehydrator for this process. So we carry out the tray and place under the sun. So make sure the tray is well covered because the smell of cassava actually attracts flies. So we leave it under the sun till it gets dry. This can take about 4 to 6 hours. After 6 hours, it is very dry. So at this point, we take our cassava inside and we proceed to blend. Look at that. It is actually very dry. No moisture in it anymore. So we transfer the starch into a bowl. And as you can see, though it is dry, it is still in small chunks. So we need to blend to have a very smooth starch. So at this point, we transfer the starch into a blender and we proceed to blend. Just for a few seconds, just 5 to 10 seconds is enough to blend. After blending, we transfer our starch into a bowl and we are good to go. You see how easy it is to make your tapioca starch at home? Follow these simple steps and you will like the results. See how beautiful our starch is looking. So pure. It is very economical and safe producing many things by yourself. And by so doing, you know exactly what you are consuming. No nonsense added into it. You understand what I mean? Stay tuned to this channel for more DIYs. Starch is actually like 10 times finer than flour. So you don't feel any grains once you touch the starch. That is how the results should be. Thanks so much for watching. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.